Games. We have lots of them. Today,
Hello.
we will have another game. And isn't that right, Jordan?
That is so right, Nito. We will be absolutely having a game tonight. The game is Splatoon 3 for the Nintendo Switch, and this is Ludi tonight on SplatoonTourney. This is the Division 4 semifinal between Secret Elixir and Surf and Turf, the winner of which will be advancing to the Division 4 final to face up against Morning Glory.
And there is a lot of history behind these teams because they've been around for a while, especially Surf and Turf, who, if you weren't here last time I casted over a Surf and Turf match, the last time I played against Surf and Turf was with Aquatic Vanguard in Division 5 2 seasons ago. And they actually played in the last Splatoon 2 season of Ludi, so I don't know, there's probably more to their history than just everything I've mentioned, but goodness, there is a lot between both of these teams. Secret Elixir as well. So this is a battle of the powerhouses right here, and it's gonna all start game 1 on Rainmaker Undertow Spillway.
That is right. Undertow Spillway, Rainmaker. This is a map mode that we have seen plenty of times in Splatoon 3. It has changed since the beginning. There is especially that new opened up paintable path between the left side checkpoint that everyone loves and the goal, which makes it a little bit easier to get through, especially on a fast break if you're defending and you're not paying attention. But we'll see if both of these teams can make it there or further. This map mode, this can really go any which way, and sometimes it won't even make it to the checkpoints if both teams' defenses are locked down, but sometimes one team will get a knockout, and let's see what happens this time around as we are loading in. I see a heavy edit splatling on the side of Secret Elixir. Surf and Turf bringing out a custom blaster and a Tri-Nouveau and an ink brush.
Keep an extra eye on that ink brush. If this is the same Chrissy I've been playing against for the last few years. Chrissy's going to do a lot of skirmishing work with that ink brush, so keep an eye out for that. But as we see right now, Secret Elixir is going to take a commanding start to this game, possibly going to go towards that left side. Soda with the slosher there, trying to get some more paint down. Kurta doing all the work there, or doing all the work with the Rainmaker there, enough to clear that first checkpoint, and that's enough to get them the lead. But how long will he be able to last with it? Watch for that. Watch the right side of your screen there. Christy already getting one player down with that ink brush. Does look like they have taken care of it, but Silver Surf hasn't taken care of the Rainmaker with 28 remaining.
Yeah, they must have called out that ink brush because we saw two players on Secret Elixir going back to deal with it as Kurta brought the Rainmaker forward all the way to the 28 remaining mark. And there was a trade that went down back there, but with Secret Elixir moving forward, they were able to score those points. And now Surf and Turf are going to be looking to get the Rainmaker out of there. They've gotten the numbers advantage. Having two players over Secret Elixir will be good for them, especially with the specials that they're putting out. And it looks like that they have popped the Rainmaker and are going to wait for it to reset. There it goes, resetting now.
Secret Elixir doing lots and lots of work, keeping Surf and Turf on the back foot here and keeping them even further on that back foot as Secret Elixir continues their push towards the last pedestal. Brendan, they're doing a lot of heavy lifting with that 52 gal. Hoover going down. That triple splashdown couldn't do enough for Surf and Turf. Secret Elixir still in control here. Kurta looking to get a few picks with this heavy edit. Can they get a few picks? We'll see real soon here as Surf and Turf. I think that was 4 players of Surf and Turf coming down on 1 player. That was a tremendous 4v1 there. But you see some more action from the Rainmaker. Not enough to extend the lead. Actually, just enough to extend the lead by a little bit, up to 23 remaining.
Yeah, with Surf and Turf there, sitting back a little bit, in a strong defensive position there as Secret Elixir were trying to take the space. They had that tactical buff active, but Surf and Turf were really waiting it out for a little while. However, Secret Elixir were still able to score a few more points off of that push, and they have once again picked up the Rainmaker now, so they are really holding a pretty strong advantage in terms of time of possession on the Rainmaker here this game.
Lots of space and lots of time for Secret Elixir. Surf and Turf has yet to make up a strong challenge against Secret Elixir's Rainmaker possession here. As we see Kurta taking control of the Rainmaker here, all on their own in this corner of the map. Soda there taking a fight against a few players. There was, I believe, against Steven. Kurta trying to push it up, but eventually goes down to either Huge or Mangus there on the Blaster or Sloppy, but triple splash down. Try to get a bit more paint on the ground. 2 minutes to go, and Surf and Turf have yet to score points, but they are doing a pretty good job here defending the Rainmaker and holding it down.
Yeah, they're going to need to do more than that, though, if they want to win this game. They were able to get, once again, numbers advantage here, but they aren't really able to move forward with it. The Rainmaker shield has not been popped so far. Chrissy out here holding down the front line on the right side with the rest of the team spread out a little bit, maybe a little bit too much almost, if Secret Elixir all start to dive one area and Surf and Turf aren't able to go for it. But look at that, they're getting past!
Oh, wow. There's only one player left on Secret Elixir, but they've done all the damage they need to do. Oh, up to 17 remaining. If Surf and Turf can get it past this little spot here, which, by the way, I should remind you, they haven't gone past the middle point with the Rainmaker yet. That's worth noting as Secret Elixir continues to hold things down. Do they know Brendan's going to make a challenge around the outside? They do, just in time, but Soda's going to follow up on that potentially. Chrissy still grabbing some attention from Secret Elixir. Is it going to last long? Not for long, because Secret Elixir's already got Surf and Turf. 3 players down, 50 seconds to go. Surf and Turf is going to need to find an answer very soon here.
Yeah, that was very much a fight that went in Secret Elixir's favor. Chrissy not able to get that to get anything done with it, and Surf and Turf still going 2 down, and even though there were picks that they got, Secret Elixir was fighting with that tactical buff and able to come in right away once again.
Ooh, okay, there's a good double, or at least a double with a splat and an assist from Chrissy that should help get things going for Surf and Turf. Desperately need to get that Rainmaker, or at least get to a Rainmaker push soon, because they're starting to run out of time. 15 seconds left on the clock for Surf and Turf. Secret Elixir holding things down and holding things down very strongly here as Chrissy goes down. 7 seconds to go. Surf and Turf holds possession of the Rainmaker for now. Might go into overtime unless Zuka has anything to say about it. Oh, and there's a tactical spawn right in front of it. That's not enough to stop this Zuka. Secret Elixir takes game 1.
Yeah, Secret Elixir, a very strong showing. In fact, a complete shutout for them. Not allowing Surf and Turf to score a single point, not allowing them to move the Rainmaker an inch onto their side of the playing area, and that's a really good start, especially with that fist bump. That's got to be an even bigger motivator, an even bigger morale enhancer for Secret Elixir here. Yeah, we see in this replay Chrissy going down there. A lot of the time, it looked like Chrissy was trying to initiate with that ink brush and trying to get a pick or two popping up in front or behind the a player or two on Secret Elixir, but the players of Secret Elixir were able to do a very good job of preventing that ink brush from causing them any real trouble.
And I gotta say, first off, that is that is a spectacular tactical pop. And honestly, it wasn't Zuka that got the last pick on the Rainmaker. It was another player on Secret Elixir. But Zuka placement, kids, is always important to look out for. And secondly, I mean, I don't know. There's not much to say here. Secret Elixir just held it down so well that Surf and Turf had to wait until, I believe, the last 10, 20 seconds of the match to get a few points on the board, but if
they got nothing.
They got nothing. Okay, well, yeah. I stand corrected.
Yeah, 83-0 was the final score of that game. And
yeah, I believe it.
Yeah, and so Secret Elixir will probably be looking for a knockout here on Mahi Zones in Game 2.
And for what it's worth, I mean, once you get more or once you get more turf and more spots to paint when the water levels change, surf and turf does have will have the ability to maybe seek more from that brush play. If we do see it again here anyway, but we do have they might have the ability to use that brush a little more. I'm going to see if they pull it out though, as we see the comps coming out for both teams. No major changes from Secret Elixir. Chrissy now coming out with the custom X-Splasher. That's also a splash, a vanilla splash, and an octo shot. They're going to keep that
That is
Uvo try.
That is a big change here from Chrissy, going from the brush to that Explo with the full Inksaver main build here. I did notice, I believe it was one player with last ditch effort on the side of Secret Elixir, and I think it was the 52 gal going with opening Gambit, looking for early picks to hold on to that opening Gambit buff. Us and trying to get this over with quickly. With the early fights still going on here, neither team has really secured the zone, and both teams are still in the 10-point range or so, 10, 15 points.
10 15 points, but Secret Elixir is going to get a few more as we start to see a lead change with Secret Elixir taking it. They're still going to hold on for zone. They've gone one player down, so this might change very quickly here. We know how fast Surf and Turf can go. We might see a little bit more for today, but what if Brendan goes around for the flank? That triple strike is going to stop it for just a little bit, but Brendan's still looking for something here, still looking to get things going for Secret Elixir and looking to keep control of the zone. It's going to be very close there, but we're going to switch to Steven, who takes care of one player, might be able to take care of two. Brendan goes down, two players going down for Secret Elixir. Surf and Turf starting to take control of the game here.
Yeah, it's actually, I think, a little bit unusual to see a game of Mahi Zone's flow like this with just getting past the 60-point mark, because a lot of the time you'll see one team or the other decisively win that first fight and be able to push the other team back until they're able to get their own push going. But now, as we see here, Surf and Turf have taken the lead.
Surf and Turf takes the lead for now. They've actually gone 3 players down at the delayed triple for Secret Elixir as they start to move themselves up very slowly here. They do lose a few players, but so does Surf and Turf. It's all up to Mangus to see what Mangus can do from here in this a bit of a compromised position here as they back up, hold whatever they can of that special charge because they're going to need it soon. You already see 3 specials start to pop, and we're going to see those specials pop very soon, and we're going to make a huge push here for the zone. They might lose the lead, but they might be able to take a few picks and hold even more control. They do actually lose one player. Both teams losing a player in the process. Watch for Mangus, though, who might be going around the outside here. Does have some help with that splashdown. Doesn't get the pick, though. Soda's still alive. Gets 2 players with the slosher. Surf and Turf takes control of the zone. Goodra there. Hey, Goodra actually wins that fight. And there's a bit of a swap here in middle, right next to zone. Lots of swaps here, lots of picks here as well as Secret Elixir returns to taking control of the zone. Maybe it's still very close here, but Secret Elixir eventually takes control.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Neither team has really been able to lock out the other, which is pretty good for both teams, preventing that lockout state and preventing either team from really taking total control of anything past where the zone is. But despite that all, both teams have been able to score a fair amount of points here and hold the zone for consistent length of time, getting through those penalty timers. It's just that Secret Elixir so far has been able to get through more of that timer than Surf and Turf here. But at this point, Surf and Turf are in control, and they're going to want to try to hold it for as long as they can, but just as soon as I say that, the zone flips towards Secret Elixir.
Secret Elixir, oh, nice cancel there from Winston, who cancels a crab just before he's able to wreak havoc on Secret Elixir. But Secret Elixir, and they've been holding control of the zone for so long. This is starting to look more of like a win condition for them, just making sure they can hold on to a lockout position and keep it. And they're certainly keeping on to it for now, as we see Brendan and another player take a 2v1 on one of the Surf and Turf players. Mangus goes down. Chrissy might go down here, but Steven able to clean it up as Chrissy jumps out. Steven here in a bit of a scary situation, but they do have Gudra on their side. Can they get control of the zone before they clear the penalty points? They do not, but they at least are able to contest the zone, and that triple smash on is not enough, actually. Secret Elixir might take the game here.
Brendan getting those picks, getting that
Ooh!
super jump camp, and looking for another. But it's not even in time. The jump doesn't come in time as Secret Elixir gets that timer down to 0 and takes the game.
You say Brendan was looking for another pick. I think Brendan was staring straight at the spectator camera there. That was a bit of a funny play there from Secret Elixir, but my goodness. I mean, if you read FLC's Fluid Priorities and Roles document, which if you're a comp player watching this, you will read it at some point. But if you read it, you will see mentions of win conditions. For Secret Elixir, it looks like any lockout that they can get, for whatever reason, is a win condition for him.
Yeah, really. And even then, it wasn't so much that they needed the lockout. It's just that they were able to make it so that the chaos, all of the big fights and the trades that were happening in mid, it was happening on Surf and Turf's side of the zone, while they, Secret Elixir, were in control of it, because it could just as easily have been those fights happening on the opposite side of the zone while the points were ticking down in Surf and Turf's favor. But because Secret Elixir were able to hold the upper hand there, that meant that the score was going for them as those fights were happening.
I mean, I don't know. This is crazy stuff from Secret Elixir, a team that, mind you, was in Division 3 last season, but the results around the time of seeding weren't enough for them to keep that spot, so they got relegated down to Division 4. But so far, their lead up to this match is had 1 loss and 10 total wins, so they're clearly making a statement that, hey, we're gonna get ourselves back into Division 3, and if it costs EHS, which they won 5-1 against, if it costs Golden Lemonberry, which they won 5-0 against, and if it costs Surf and Turf, we'll friggin' do it, and we'll even show Morning Glory. But so far, it's a pretty good case for them.
Yeah, definitely, and I mean, you're between the two of us, you're the Div 3 player here, and I'm the Div 7 player, so you might have better analysis than I would anyway. That being said, we are going to move on to Shipshape Cargo Company over here on Tower Control for Game 3. And Surf and Turf absolutely have the chance to turn this around.
Absolutely. This is a team that, and even we saw that last time we saw Surf and Turf on here, that they do definitely have the clutch gene in them. We saw it against Lush. We're sure to see it against Secret Elixir. We actually see a swap in their lineup as well. They bring out the order shot, which is V-shot, and then we got the vanilla squeezer on their side. Again, no major changes from the side of Secret Elixir. So things still working very well for Secret Elixir.
Yeah, that's the double Zuka comp coming out from Surf and Turf. Not worried about being seen as toxic here. They're here to win. But Secret Elixir are going to be the first ones to take the tower, despite going 2 down there. That looks like it might have been a fizzy bomb or something that got them both. But that does give Surf and Turf a good position. And now that's 3 down on the side of Secret Elixir. This could be very good for Surf and Turf, getting that early lead.
Oh, this better be the clutch gene I was talking about earlier. You're going to see a little bit of a pop-off from Chrissy there, who I believe was squid banging there, but that's that you're going to see a lot of that from Chrissy. So go ahead and get adjusted to that as you see Surf and Turf flipping the script here, doing a very good job holding things down against Secret Elixir, but it might not last long as Secret Elixir gets a few more picks, are able to start moving up. You're gonna notice how fast they start moving up. That's what seems to be holding down Surf and Turf, because Surf and Turf hasn't found a response to Secret Elixir's pace here yet.
That's right, but now one going down on the side of Secret Elixir as they try to move up. They might be trying to just, that is, Surf and Turf might be trying to just let Secret Elixir feed into them and just get those picks when they need to and when they're able to. And it's huge for Surf and Turf that they were able to get through that first checkpoint so quickly, getting that crab up onto the tower and being able to get through the checkpoint before that Trizuka came out from Secret Elixir. There is that trade happening, but Secret Elixir are losing the tower here. They take the tower back, but now they have to go through that entire checkpoint once again.
And for once, there seems to be a bit of order in this game, as no team has yet to get a huge lead with 2 minutes into the game, but Surf and Turf starting to show a little bit of that defensive prowess, starting to show a little bit of that clutch gene as you see two players going down on the side of Secret Elixir just before they're able to get the lead. They're going to have to accept, they're going to have to walk away with a 59 remaining there. But Surf and Turf doing much. This is starting to look like a different team with Surf and Turf and how they've been playing so far. I mean, you're starting to see a lot more of a sense of urgency. You're starting to see a lot more special coordination, I believe, on their side. You start to notice that how they're using this tactic cooler to kind of spread themselves out, but also make it a little easier to take those fights if Secret Elixir takes the lead.
Yeah, I wanted to say, talk about clutch with Secret Elixir getting the tower to 58. Both teams at 58 before it moved back, and Secret Elixir were knocked back to 59. But now they have taken the lead here, and they are trying to move the tower towards the second checkpoint. If you're not careful, that time between the first and second checkpoint can go by so fast, and all of a sudden the opposing team is down to 30 or less points remaining. But Surf and Turf were able to stop the tower at like the 39-point remaining mark, but once again Secret Elixir moving it even further. They're just slowly eating away at the points remaining and increasing their lead.
And eating at those points is what Surf and Turf actually did, or actually Secret Elixir did during the. You see a little bit more of a squid bag there from Chrissy. Always love to see those pop-ups going out, but Secret Elixir, this is something we saw from them last match. Another squid bag, which is well-deserved after a double, but you saw that in the Rainmaker Undertow match, just barely eating away at that lead. But I think now Surf and Turf has a little bit more confidence. You saw it from Chrissy there, but Surf and Turf has a little bit more confidence. They're going to start to make these huge pushes. Look at where they're positioned. This is a lot different from what we saw in that Undertow map, but this could be the push that gets them in that lead.
Yeah, two players of Secret Elixir on the left side there getting held off just by Gudra, and that is enough for Surf and Turf to take the lead here. They're able to put the stagger on Secret Elixir. They're able to get them down one at a time and unable to, for Secret Elixir, get those specials ready to go, but barely taking the tower at the 4 points remaining mark, but Surf and Turf have it once again, and now it's going back and forth.
Back and forth right near the pedestal, right near the final checkpoint. But again, the tables have turned here. Surf and Turf nearly bringing it to a KO there as Chrissy gets a trade just before going down. Remember that Secret Elixir does have these the cooler ready. They do have two specials online. One already popped, two still to go. I already see one player going down for Secret Elixir though. And Surf and Turf is certainly not going to make this one easy. Remember that Secret Elixir has one more checkpoint to go. Look at where everyone from Surf and Turf is. They're already going down. This one's going to go to overtime. It's going to be a very intense overtime.
Yeah, look at the timer. It is overtime now, and even though Secret Elixir have the tower, they are stalled right here. They're at the checkpoint. Surf and Turf, they're getting staggered just like they were doing to Secret Elixir, and this could be a chance. This could be a time for Secret Elixir to take the lead here if they're able to. They get off the tower, though. They're losing numbers on the tower, and Surf and Turf take it!
Hold on. Judge, please confirm to me what we just saw. Surf and Turf did win. Okay, now, wow! This was a game of mere centimeters. Not even a game of inches. This is a game of mere centimeters. There has to be a fist bump at some point here, right? Maybe not. I'm giving all four of them a fist bump just for that defense there. You saw one player. You saw two players go down. It's about to be three in a few seconds. I believe so. But that bomb is enough to start stirring things up. Chrissy's move is enough to start stirring things up. That booyah is going to come out from Chrissy sometime soon because they know they still have enough for this defense here. There are three players swarming the tower. This almost seems like a desperation play, but with so many people going on tower, one person eventually goes down. Surf and Turf has the tower. That's a win in their book.
Yeah, even though Chrissy just dove in there and got picked on the tower, that was able to stall the tower and keep it from moving just long enough that the rest of the team could dive onto it. I'm not sure if Secret Elixir made it to the same point value that Surf and Turf had, or if they were stopped at the spot one before, but either way, that was still so do or die here. Now or never. That was last second. Yeah, here we're getting the replay. It's going down to 7 remaining, 6 remaining, 5. Does it get to 4? It gets to 4! They tied the score, but for the second time in one game, the tie wasn't enough.
the game plan there looked like it was just rush tower, pray. First step, rush tower. Second step, pray. Third step, Barney Soul and Dime. Nah, okay, that third step's not like, as necessary as the last two. But I mean, it is a Barnacle and Dime game 4, so that's pretty cool.
All right, everyone. Let's see those barnacles in chat.
Well, don't mind if I do. I'm just going to get that reward out. There we go. See?
There we go. Let's
Perfect.
get those barnacles in chat. We will be moving on to Barnacle and Dime for Game 4. Clam Blitz here. Let's keep the Barnacle train going as the teams are spawning in here. We have no major changes in the comp from Secret Elixir, and also Surf and Turf going back to that custom blaster here, switching off of the Splash-O-Matic, but sticking with that double Trizuka comp with Chrissy on the shot and Mangus on the squeezer.
All right, I can see the custom blaster pick just because now that you have a flatter map, you do have more paint coverage when you use that triple splashdown. I do want to see more special coordination, and when I mean coordination is that you have a triple splashdown, you better be able to use that paint to your advantage, as Gudra's now the only player left alive, left standing. It's still a 3v1, takes him a while, but Secret Elixir does clear that. We start to see a first push coming out from Secret Elixir 40 seconds into the match, and we have the first score of the game.
Yeah, and Gudra was so close to that triple splashdown too. Only like 1 or 2 bars of the special meter away from getting it before going down. But now, having gotten that delayed wipe, Secret Elixir are able to get a whole lot of clans in on this first push, all the way more than halfway to a knockout here. Kurta tossing in a few more before charging up that heavy edit splatling, and now past the 30-point remaining mark, with one going down on each side, Secret Elixir do have to move back to pick up more clans, and this might give Surf and Turf a chance to stop that initial push.
And they do indeed stop it for the time being, or at least stop it from getting any worse. But you do got to watch out for Brendan, who's going to be start to pose some danger for Steven here on Secret Elixir. 2 players going down. 3. Can we make it 4? Brendan is going to be sworn. This might be turned into a 3v4 very quickly here, as Brendan still not down. It takes 1 player with them, but wow. Brendan holding their own in mid there as Surf and Turf start to sneak themselves, get their way back up. Steven and Chrissy are the only ones left, so you're going to back up with this power clamp for a little bit as we start to see that Ingzuka come out. Can he get a pick? No, they actually get picked up herself. Brendan, the only one with the 52 count. Need to watch out for Brendan. Surf and Turf does need to watch out, but Secret Elixir is making their way upwards.
Yeah, that power clam there is the one that was given to them, the pity clam, and so they do not want to lose it just in case they'll need it at the end of the game. There's still 3 minutes left though, and Secret Elixir are pushing once again, so if Secret Elixir can continue to score, that could give Surf and Turf another power clam as long as Secret Elixir do not knock out on their next push. But it looks possible. They have 2 power clams at the ready, and they've scored 1 of them so far. The second one also in the basket, and that has gone through their entire penalty, and they only need 6 more clams, 3 more clams now to win. They have enough clams in their possession to get the knockout here. Jumping in, not able to score any of them though, and Surf and Turf will live for another moment here as the barrier goes back up. Chrissy is holding onto a power clam. They also have the pity clam plus 5 more that they are holding on to.
And we start to see, we need to see a bit more of that clutching come out from Surf and Turf, because now Secret Elixir actually has Surf and Turf even more beat than they did during that Rainmaker Undertow match, even though it seems like a replay of it, where Surf and Turf, and I'm starting to notice it now, Surf and Turf will eventually get an advantage of one way or another. But then you go 2 or 3 players down before they can make anything out of it, and then things start to go south for them. And start to see now Brendan responding with a squid bag of their own. Wow, Brendan's been doing relatively well with that 52 cal today. So maybe they are welcome to pop. Maybe they are welcome to pop off there. But we start to see those triple splashdown start to come out. Kudra doesn't get much there. 2 players already going down. 3 players down for Surf and Turf. Secret Elixir back in the driver's seat.
Is the squid bag worth it if you go down for it? At this point, it might still be for Secret Elixir here. They are they saw what Chrissy was doing, and they are responding in kind. They are not letting it hurt them on a scoring level here, and it looks like they are just about in position here put together yet another push here. Despite one going down, a 4-3 numbers advantage isn't quite enough for Surf and Turf to push them back. However, that pick with the Zuka is pretty good, it looks like. Although the blaster does go down, Gudra not able to get that triple splashdown out just yet. And now that might be a bit of a stagger here, and Secret Elixir could be able to use this to get in. They have a whole lot of clams that they are holding onto. They only need to score 38 points. That's a power clam plus 6 in order to knock this out. Sorry, 36 points. Still, a power clam plus 6 will be enough for them to take the lead, and they have the specials at the ready here. They might be able to do this in like the 15 seconds or so that remain in the game. But Surf and Turf, if they want to win this, they're going to need to make something happen immediately.
And it needs to happen too. They only have 2 players, though. It's going to be very scary for them. 2 players left to defend. They do have a power climb, so this will go into overtime. They do have 2 players down, so this should help. Can the squid back from Crazy help them as well? That's what helped them win this last push in the last game. So can they get something going here? They've got enough picks to do it. Can they have enough momentum to do so? They've got Brendan down. Nothing stopping them. Can they get the power climb in time? Though Mangus needs to get the power climb in time, and they do. 77 points from 77 remaining for Surf and Turf. They have 4 for now. A few more keep spawning around them, but is it enough for them to hold on to that clam basket staying open? We're gonna find out very soon here.
This is going to be a marathon from Surf and Turf if they want to do it, but it looks like it will be stopped short here as the barrier goes back up. They might have been better off waiting a little longer between those clam throws just to keep the basket open longer for sure so that they would get more clams. Either way, they did go 3 down there. It wasn't a matter of not having enough clams. It was just a matter of losing that one last fight against Secret Elixir in their own base while they tried to get those power clams scored.
My goodness, we're starting to see a little bit of everything matchup. We're seeing Brendan popping off with the gal there. We're seeing the last minute clutch genes from Surf and Turf come out. Maybe it wasn't enough, but we're starting to see some examples of it. And not to mention the squid bagging coming out from both teams. I mean, that things are starting to get a little chippy between these 2 teams. Like to see the banning here. My goodness, things are getting very competitive between these 2 teams. And it's a reminder that Splatoon is as much of a mental game as it is anything else.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, every weapon has a main, a sub, a special, and a squid bag. Same on every same on every kit. It's in your arsenal no matter what you're playing here. They added squid rolling in this game, but the squid bag has been around since the beginning.
And
they added the squid roll and the squid surge.
And just a reminder to the audience that they did nerf the squid bag in this game. You could do it a lot faster back in Splatoon 2. How do I remember this? Next question. What's the next map mode? Rainmaker Manta.
Yep, Rainmaker on Manta Maria. Speaking of things returning from previous games, Manta Maria is a map mode that is not new to Splatoon 3, but it is one that we have seen for quite some time now. So we will be seeing how these 2 teams go into it. I assume they're probably going to stick with similar comps to what they have been running. I think that by now they've probably settled into what they figure will work. We might see Gudra going back to that crab tank, or not, maybe sticking with the splashdown blaster.
I could see it working for them because that splashdown is going to mean a little bit more in Manta Maria now that they actually widened Manta Maria here in Splatoon 3, so that triple splashdown can mean a little more. But with how Secret Elixir is playing, really all you have to do is send Brendan up towards that court area or right in front of those 2 pedestals, and you might just be good to go. But Surf and Turf's going to come out with the Vanilla Rapid Blaster and actually a Mint Decapitator to give themselves. They do get more lethals out of this, and they're going to keep a bit more range here as well.
Yeah, interesting pick here with the Mint Decapitator with that suction bomb and bubble. Good kit for Rainmaker, I would say, and also with that bubble, the big bubbler, able to block off an entire alleyway here, an entire portion of the route that the Rainmaker would need to take here. That will be able to stop Secret Elixir or provide Surf and Turf with what they need. However, with Kurta grabbing the Rainmaker once again and bringing it towards that right side checkpoint, they do manage to get through it, jumping over that cut and getting there quickly enough to get through that first checkpoint here.
It's enough for the first checkpoint, not enough for them to continue though, because they're going to see a lot of pressure here from Surf and Turf. So not a repeat of Rainmaker Undertow, as we see Surf and Turf able to stop that push from getting any uglier for him. As we see more specials starts to come out from Surf and Turf. It's almost like they're daisy chaining some of these specials and making sure they can keep their momentum going, but when you lose two players like that, it's going to be a little bit more difficult for you to do so. Chrissy and Soda here in a bit of a fight. They do get at least one player down. Can they continue this Rainmaker push? They're at least at equal numbers here, so no numbers advantage for either team yet, but it's still a very tough battle as Kruger here is going to be forced to sit out for just a little while, stall with the Rainmaker, slowly push it forward though.
Yeah, the specials coming out from both sides. Surf and Turf getting more usage out of them, getting that pick with the Trizuka and not going down to the whale. But as Surf and Turf were trying to leverage that to their advantage, the Secret Elixir were able to stop them and prevent them from also getting through that checkpoint on the left side.
Oh, look at that. Still lots of defensive prowess from Secret Elixir. The tactical are starting to come out before the Rainmaker gets picked up. So that means we can expect to see a lot of urgency from Secret Elixir. They start to seek a few more picks, but they actually go one player down themselves. Two players down, delayed double, delayed triple now, courtesy of Steven, who is able to close that one. A delayed wipe now for Surf and Turf. Can they get past this first checkpoint? They almost certainly will, barring any freak accidents there, but they do lose one player in the process. Can they push it any further? Just one push past that pedestal will get them the lead, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen anytime soon, unless Chrissy takes it up by surprise and gets up to 56 remaining.
That one slash from the Decapitator painting the entire path, the yellow carpet out there for Chrissy to travel through. But now, with two down on the side of Secret Elixir, Surf and Turf are moving the Rainmaker even further, and getting more points here. They are going for oh! And they go 3 down, but getting it to 9 remaining, that's huge.
That is very huge indeed. I mean, this is a team that has struggled in a few of these games to really put the defensive power against Secret Elixir. So when you have a lead such as 9 remaining, that's going to force Secret Elixir to start playing a bit more aggressive, which I mean, for a team like Secret Elixir, you really go more aggressive, but now you start to, when you go too aggressive, that means you get more mistakes out of the opposing team. I think that's what Surf and Turf has to be looking for. They have the range, they have everything. They're starting to use more special coordination, so I'd like to assume that Surf and Turf is definitely going to have enough for when Secret Elixir gets a bit more desperate here.
Yeah, they really do need to keep that aggression on and go for those picks, because keeping the numbers advantage over Secret Elixir, if they're able to do that, is what will get them the game here. But just as easily as they scored it down to 9 remaining, Secret Elixir could do the same. We saw that the Rainmaker was down into the single digits of the Rainmaker timer, but Secret Elixir, they were able to get the pop this time, and both teams are putting ink onto it. Surf and Turf picking it up, trying, it looks like, to drop it off the side, but Secret Elixir have once again gotten the Rainmaker pop to go down on their side though, and so they might not be able to take advantage of it, as Surf and Turf are still putting more paint down around the Rainmaker and keeping it away from Secret Elixir, but they picked it up, they've gone down once again. The time is going down here. There's only 30 seconds left for Secret Elixir to take the lead, and they are in a position that might allow them to do so, but the numbers are going down equally on each side. 20 seconds left here. Secret Elixir control the area around the Rainmaker. Can they take the lead here?
If they're going to take the lead, it's going to be moving with this killer whale that's just expired. That could have given them a bit more leverage for that push. Now start to see 2 players going down, 1 on each side. 5 seconds to go. This is almost certainly going to go into overtime unless Surf and Turf pulls something very quickly here. A few more specials starting to come out from Surf and Turf. They haven't cleared the 4 players. They've actually got 2 players down. Things are looking very dire for Surf and Turf. Secret Elixir have already gone halfway past overtime, so they need to make a move, and they're going to need to make it very, very soon. Do they see Chrissy, though? Chrissy's already gotten one pick. Can he get another? No, they do not. One player left on the side of Surf and Turf. There's a wipeout. That's enough for the lead.
Wow, Surf and Turf were not able to make that stop. The pressure was just too much. They might have been going for just picks on the Rainmaker itself, trying to use those specials to just dive in, and it didn't work with Secret Elixir able to win that fight, to keep getting those picks without going down themselves. Eventually it turned into a full wipeout, and just the patience that they were playing with, Secret Elixir, was allowing them to wait, to hold out, to use that mechanical skill and just win those numbers, win those picks, and eventually get the wipeout and make it to the 8 points remaining mark.
Yeah, you mentioned me being Division 3. This is what you expect to see from Division 3. You want to see this patience. You want to know that you have the specials, you have the numbers, and you have the players needed to get yourself towards that lead. And I love that Secret Elixir was able to hold down the fort by themselves. They knew they had enough to hold down the fort by themselves, and that was enough for them to sneak by a wipeout, mind you, and get themselves into the lead. So if Secret Elixir is making a case that they are Div 3 and that they should be Div 3 next season, I mean, I would be, if I'm on the Ludi seeding staff, I'm watching this. I'm putting lots of attention to this because now Secret Elixir is on match point and they are one win away from going to Grand Finals.
That is right. This is match point for Secret Elixir, and you mentioned earlier about win conditions for both teams there. The win condition was, well, I mean, it wasn't exactly the same. For Surf and Turf, it was just getting to that Rainmaker and taking them out, or even using a special to take them out, but they just weren't able to do it. They weren't able to get into the positions that would have allowed them to get that angle on the Rainmaker and take them out. Even with that Trizuka, it might have been more effective just for Angus to jump back to the spawn and then come out from the other side with the Trizuka to try to get an angle on the Rainmaker that way. But being unable to take out that Rainmaker, it allowed Secret Elixir to find their win condition, which was just winning all of those fights winning all those fights in the base of Surf and Turf and getting that wipeout and taking away any chance that Surf and Turf could take out the Rainmaker.
Look at this comp from Surf and Turf. Double Zuka, we got a Trinity and we got the Rapid Pro Gecko here. So lots of Trizukas coming out from the side of Turf and Turf. You're going to expect to see that. But is it enough to take out Secret Elixir? We'll find out as it is match point. One more match for Secret Elixir to go to Grand Finals and one Surf and Turf to get themselves back in the running. So we see the Surf and Turf. We see Surf and Turf start to get its early zone lead here. To have a pretty steady control here, actually. They've got all of Secret Elixir stuffed up in one spot. We might see a few more, busy bombs from Steven as the timer keeps ticking down. The points keep ticking out for Surf and Turf. Surf and Turf looking to keep themselves in a great spot here, but they do see a few more players go down. Watch for Brendan as they start to go around the side here. Brendan's been doing a very good job playing the front line here, but does go down very quickly there.
Yeah, it looks like Brendan's opening gambit was still active there, just moving so fast, swimming as fast as possible, really, without even having that cooler buff active. But every 15 seconds, that opening gambit could run out if Brendan's not able to get the picks that they need. And there we see getting taken out by Steven. Steven having that cooler and allowing Surf and Turf to hold the zone once more and even get through all of those penalty points before Secret Elixir are able to take it back once again.
And then there's a double-triple here for Secret Elixir. There's certainly enough for them to probably get control of the lead here, but watch Surf and Turf. They've already got two Sukas coming out. They're not. I'm sure they're not going to come out sometimes. Actually, no. There goes one. There goes two. Surf and Turf wants to get control. They want it soon, but they lose one player in that process. But Secret Elixir loses too. So Surf and Turf does have the advantage there. Will they use it to get the control of the zone? I'm sure they will, and they're actually getting pretty close to that control. Watch for Soda, though. Soda's going around the side here. They do have the range for a flank, and they have Brendan there to back themselves up. But we start to see players going up from both sides. Kurta nearly goes down. It is so weak there, but stays alive. Kurta there and still holding down the zone, does have the cooler. This is how Secret Elixir has been able to hold things down against Surf and Turf for so long, and not only the survivability of these players, but how quickly they're able to mobilize and how quickly they're able to get themselves back in control.
Yeah, the specials coming out from Surf and Turf here with that Killer Whale taking out Winston while they were trying to get the pick on Chrissy Zuka here. However, Gudra going down and Brendan extending with that Killer Whale, and now 3 down on the side of Surf and Turf. And there's only a few points remaining before Secret Elixir will be moving on to the finals.
And that is all we need. Secret Elixir to double bag there from the Surf and Turf player. I don't know who that was, but my, oh my. Secret Elixir now 15-2 in the playoffs, and they will be facing Morning Glory next week.
And topping it off with one final squid bag to seal the deal out here. Secret Elixir and a fist bump. There we go. The squid bag and a fist bump as Secret Elixir bring themselves to the Division 4 finals here in Ludi Season 15.
That means Surf and Turf. I don't know. I believe if we are still doing bronze matches, but that means if there is a bronze match, it will be between Surf and Turf and Seabay. But I mean, not enough can be said for how well Secret Elixir just so almost undefeated here in these matchups. And remember that one win Surf and Turf got, that was so close there. I was almost wondering if we had actually had a lead swap there at some point, but my goodness, that was lots and lots of aggression, just so much. If that aggression alone was a lockout scenario and a lockout condition for Secret Elixir, and that's why they held on to this so well.
Yeah, absolutely. Secret Elixir doing everything they needed to do to take each of the games that they won in this set.
Wow, that something has to be said about the bagging in this match. I absolutely love that. I love the idea of two teams getting chippy with each other and getting a little bit of banter between both teams. So there was a lot. This match had it all, but Secret Elixir, Morning Glory facing off for the Division 4 title. We see Morning Glory on one side trying to make a huge name for themselves. Secret Elixir getting themselves back on their feet. I mean, 50-2 right now. That's a pretty good case for you, I have to say.
Yeah, absolutely. Secret Elixir definitely wanting to show that they deserve to be in a higher division, despite not having a whole lot of recent results. I think that was a contributing factor for why they were only put into Div 4, but they showed that they are ready to fight it out with those teams who are even at a higher level here if they're able to go through the entire Division 4 playoffs here and make it all the way to the championship.
And with that being said, first off, congratulations to Secret Elixir going to the grand finals, and congrats to Surf and Turf, who for this long has been a mainstay in the competitive Splatoon field, but fortunately their season's going to end here. But man, what a season it has been, starting off with a close battle against Rule of 4, and yet another exciting matchup against Lush. But for both of these teams, congrats to how far you've come. Of course, congrats to Secret Elixir for moving on to grand finals against Morning Glory. But as for us, that's going to be it for tonight. I'm sure we're going to have some more matchups throughout the rest of the weekend because there is a lot of playoff matches to cover.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Some divisions doing finals this week, some divisions still on semifinals, but there will be plenty more action throughout the rest of the weekend here on SplatoonTourney.
Well, let's go and plug ourselves. That way we can get some more followers. If we don't get follows, no, I'm getting follows. Get me follows. You're going to give me on Nito at Nito and Use on Blue Sky and actually on Twitch as well because I'm going to start streaming soon. I swear I am. I promise I am. Where can we find you?
Yeah, you can find me. I am on the Fediverse. I am Squidoku on splatsville.social. You can also find me on x.com, formerly known as Twitter, where I am Squidoku _. Here on Twitch and on Discord, you'll see me in some chat sections as Jordan Pie. And that is all from me.
And that will be all from us here at Ludi tonight. We'll see y'all next time. Have a good one. Have a good night, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. We're going to cover all bases here. But either way, have a good one.